Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. We review the recently released Jack Daniel's 10-year. How good is it? Stay tuned to find out. Alright, so Jack Daniel's first age-dated product since before I was born. Quite a long time. In PA, $69.99 a bottle. Kind of hard to find. I mean, it dropped. It was around a week. It kind of lasted in the area, and then it sold out and it was gone. So, if you were lucky enough to get one, you haven't opened it yet, or you got a buddy that bought one for you, and you're wondering how it is, before you open it, we're going to find out here tonight. So here's the fancy bottle. It's not quite the same bottle as, their single barrel selects. It's kind of a, different bottle. It's a nice bottle. It's got the big 10-year right on the front, if you can see that. And then let's read the back here. Age 10 years. Didn't get that from the front. Maturing whiskey for more than 150 years gives us the knowledge necessary to slowly arrest our Tennessee whiskey through 10 summers. We think you'll agree it's worth the wait. So this one does come in at 97 proof. And let's get into it. I already poured myself some here. So let's get the nose here. So on the nose, I do get a hint of bananas. I get definitely some like graham cracker, marshmallow, kind of vanilla coming off of it. I do get the sweet oak. A lot of Jack Daniel's to me comes off very banana Foster, bananas and cream, something like that. This one definitely has that. But it is more subdued than, like, say, a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, right? That usually comes off very banana to me. This seems a little smokier, darker, richer. It is, you can see that it is a pretty dark whiskey. I'm not gonna lie, it's got good color to it. It comes across as kind of like you can smell the char in the wood on this one. So let's give it a sip. Ooh, that's a good whiskey. A Tennessee whiskey. I'll tell you what, a lot of the same flavors to me. I get an initial kind of char. There's a level of sweetness to it. Just a hint of banana. It's not as much banana as I thought it would be. Let's take that second sip. Just a lot of there's sweet oak on there. There's a lot of char, barrel char, like a marshmallow. It almost tastes double barreled. For those, it kind of reminds me of Old Forester 1910, but in a little more banana way. Although you're not getting a ton of bananas on here, but if you've had Jack Daniel's, it's a Jack Daniel's profile, but it kind of tastes double barreled. It's it's a very deep, rich flavor, and the finish lasts pretty long time in my opinion. So I know there have been some reviews that were kind of mixed on this, like, oh, it's good, but we don't know if it's worth 70. I'd say this is a damn good pour. I think it's worth 70. I mean, it's kind of oily for 97 proof. I mean, it's not a barrel proof level of viscosity, but it's fairly oily for the proof. It's very complex flavor. I think it adds a whole different level of char that's usually missing, and with that kind of marshmallow, almost like that double toasted note, you might say, comes through on this, even though I don't think that it is. But the age really does well on this. Do I wish they'd barreled it at a higher proof? I think a higher proof would have been better for it, but it certainly is not bad at 97. If you're a high proof, I like high proof. If you're a high proof guy, don't be turned off by it, is what I'll say. But we do have some single barrel select here. So I am going to grab that, and we will do a quick comparison back and forth. So let me just grab that quick. All right, so here, now this is a 375, so that's why it looks, I don't have gigantic hands. It just looks small because this is a small little 375. The big ones of these in PA are $48.99, I believe. Sometimes they're on sale. The small one's like $23, $22, something like that. These are coming in at 94 proof, so little few proof points lower. Obviously no age statement on these, but that being said, they're usually quite good. So I do like these, and so if you missed out on Jack Daniel's 10 year, is this a good substitute, and how does it compare? Let's find out. So there's not much left. I'm going to pour the rest of this. Nice cork pop there. Whoop. Just a little did I spill onto my leg. But hey, missed the chair. The wife will be happy about that, huh? Alright, so I got them both side by side here. The 10 years definitely darker, right? Just a little bit. It's probably hard to tell on camera. But let's give just the regular single barrel select just a smell. So it doesn't have quite the depth of the nose on this. There's a lot more oak on this nose. There's a little bit more banana on the single barrel select, maybe. It smells more ethanol. I get more ethanol on this. And maybe just some plain like confectioner sugar sweetness coming off the nose on this. This one's definitely deeper, darker, and richer. So I don't think you confuse them on the nose as, oh, I don't remember which one. I think you would know. Let's take a sip of the single barrel select. The single barrel select's good. I mean, it's very sweet, faint oak to it. You do get that kind of banana note through it. The 94 proof's decent, but the finish is very short. I think the finish fades out on this pretty quick. It's not a complex pour. It's kind of that Jack Daniel's sweetness with that little bit of banana and like the hint, a little hint of oak, and it kind of just fades out. It's a great whiskey for the price. Love it for the price. But this is quite a bit better. So, and again, this is single barrel, so maybe some have a fantastic single barrel select, and they're saying, boy, it's close. You can really tell the age difference on this. You just really can. So let's take this one again. The single barrel select is so crushable. I mean, I bought that bottle for a wedding. They didn't have good booze at the wedding, so I got that. It's very good. For $48, it's a good buy. I would buy it. Now, compared to the 10, though, just way richer and more complex on the 10. Although it's 3 proof points higher, it drinks a good bit hotter. I mean, not that the Jack Daniel's 10 years is a hot whiskey by any stretch of the imagination, but it drinks a lot hotter than just 3 proof points, which is the only difference to me. They're not really good replacements for each other. I know that sounds crazy. I mean, if you can't find the 10 year, certainly pick yourself up a single barrel select. It's good whiskey, right? At $48. Is the Jack Daniel's 10 worth the jump to, $70? So let's call it 48. Let's call it 50. It's $48.99. Let's call it 50 to 70, right? That's what we're comparing. $20 extra. All day long, I would pay you the $20 extra for the Jack Daniel's 10 year. All day long. And I know a lot of people say, well, but wait, Bourbon Bill. there's Jack Daniel's single barrel proof at 66, which it's 66 in PA anyway, but that's only, you know, $4 cheaper than, you know, why is Jack Daniel's 10-year $4 more? The JD single barrel proofs are fantastic whiskeys, one of my personal favorites. You know, real high proof on them, love them to death. They are an extreme banana flavor to me, which is why I love them, and they're great. But you are getting a more well-balanced, I think, in the 10-year. It's more well-balanced, and it's more complex overall. And that's not trying to take away from any of the other Jack Daniel's whiskeys, but they did something really good here to me, and definitely a buy. So if you're on the fence, trust me, and you like the Jack Daniel's, either the single barrel select or the barrel proof, it's worth the $70. How much would I pay for a second bottle, right? That's always a question. It's nowhere near the $500 or $600 they're asking on secondary and more, right? It's not worth that. Don't spend that. If presented the chance to buy another bottle, I mean, that is limited. It's gone here in PA. I would probably pay anywhere between 80 and 90. I don't think I would go 100 on it, but personally, I just got this bottle maybe like 2 weeks ago. It's been one of my favorite ones to grab and drink because it's just so complex in flavor, and it doesn't, you know, burn you out with super high proof or anything like that. So if you're looking for one, pay up to 100 if you haven't had it. Having a bottle, I would pay, you know, up to 90-ish for it if I saw a second one, but it's definitely worth the 70. So don't be swayed by some of the other comparisons saying, oh, I don't really think that, you know, it was worth the extra money. It definitely is. So if you watch this far, please like, comment, subscribe for more content, and have a good evening.